Hello everyone and welcome to Cooking with K-Lashaye. So I wanted to start this video off by showing you all of the seasonings that I'll be using today. Now some of these seasonings you may not own or you may not care for, so I'll just say, all of these are pretty much optional and you can do as you please as far as the seasoning goes, whatever to your liking. Now that we have all of our seasonings that we'll be using, we want to go ahead and get a pot of water boiling. Make sure that you get a large pot. The first thing we'll be doing is adding in our Zatarans seasoning bag. Make sure that that seasoning is submerged in water so that everything can get that flavoring. Now we're going to go ahead and start with our chicken bouillon powder. Now this is an optional choice. You can also use chicken broth or bouillon cubes instead. Use about 2 to 4 packs if you use this, or up to 6 if you want. Now it's time to get those spices flowing. You want to go ahead and add in some cayenne pepper. Now of course this is optional, but for me, I have to have it. Going to add some in, just a little bit more, and we're good to go. Now of course I said I had to add in the jerk seasoning because I love mine spicy. But this is also to add all that flavor. Come on now, red pepper flakes. If you're anything like me, like a little bite to it. Now for the obey. Now this one is not optional. You definitely have to have that obey in there. I mean, what's a crab without obey? That's a flavorful seasoning that we must have. Along with this garlic powder. I mean, some don't like garlic, so I will say it's optional. But for me, it is definitely a must-have. Now, since I didn't add in any garlic cloves, I didn't have any at the time. So I did have this organic garlic, minced garlic in the fridge. So I went ahead and added that. Pretty much the same benefits. And tastes just as good. 6 to 10 squirts. Now the time has come to mix all those flavors together. Come on, put a little arm into it. You want to make sure everything is mixed to perfection. There you go, just like that. Now it's time to cut up some onions. Yes, what's a good bowl without onions? The flavor of the onions. You want to cut up about 2 medium to large size onions. Make sure that you get all of that outer layer off of each onion, like so. Or for each and every piece. Now I'm only going to show you 1 onion, but you want to cut up at least 2 onions to add to the bowl. Medium size, just like I'm cutting here. You don't want it too small. You want to make sure that we get that flavor in that boil. Just like that. Now we have the mini red potatoes. Now I cut my potatoes in half. You can cut them in 4s. Or you can leave them whole because they are mini potatoes. It depends on how you like it. I'm on the keto diet and the kids don't eat too many potatoes, so in half was perfect for us. Now let's add these potatoes to the boil. A little at a time and very slowly. Still adding potatoes. Very, very careful. You don't want that water to splash on you. Now I want to add a little butter just for flavoring. I like mine nice and flavorful, but like a buttery finish. Okay, everything is in there. And now it's time for the corn. There's no certain amount of corn to put in. It depends on whatever size your family is. I added about 10 ears of corn, I believe. Anywhere from 10 to 12. And you want to let that cook for about a good 15 to 20 minutes, but check it to make sure. Now we're going to go ahead and put the eggs on to boil. So the 15 to 20 minutes already went by, and I took the corn and the potatoes out so that we can get ready for the crab legs. Now I have already washed these crab legs off of camera. Make sure that you clean them thoroughly. And now it's time to add them to the boil. Now, of course, this boil has been boiling for some time now, so it's very, very hot. Add each crab leg very, very carefully. And I mean very carefully. You don't want to burn yourself. This water is very hot. I had quite a few, so I am still adding those crab legs. Once everything is added, take a second look in that pot. Make sure that you see no crab legs. At this point, you want to make sure that every single crab leg is submerged in that ooey gooey good sauce. Yes, that seafood boil sauce. Now it's time to get these sausages ready for that boil. You can cut them up any size that you wish. I like to cut mine up small because I have small children. I know they get full off the crab legs, so I don't want to cut them up too big. Plus that size, everything is going to have a taste of the seasons and the flavoring. Now we've already heated the pan up with a little bit of olive oil. You can use whatever oil to your liking. Olive oil, avocado oil, butter, whatever you choose. Now we're going to let these brown. Now before they get too brown, we want to go ahead and start adding in the seasoning. As you can see, I have a little bit of that garlic paste. Started adding some of that minced garlic and the seasonings. It browned up nicely. And now they are done. The eggs are also done and ready to be placed in cold water so the shell peels off nice and easy. The crab legs are also done. So everything's rising to the top. And now it is time to prepare our seafood bowl setup. As you can see, everything's done. I have the Blove sauce. We have the crab legs, the boiled eggs, the corn. You see the sausages, they're peeking out too. We have the potatoes and everything seasoned nicely. Added a little parsley on top. And voila, you have made yourself a masterpiece. And it doesn't even take that long. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye-bye.